4, 3, 2, 1.
Hey, what's up? It's Amina Seen It. Listen, we got more to talk about. I watched the second episode of Power, the original series, of course, because that's what got us hooked on it in the beginning. But it picked right off where we left off at, interesting, good, and all that stuff. I'm gonna give people a chance to get in here. Please get in here. Don't leave me by my lonely. Well, what's up, DeMarcus? DeMarcus checked in on time. As y'all know, today I was on time. I'm gonna play some music real quick so that it gives y'all a chance to get in here, and we're gonna go right with it right after that.
Hey, yo, talk crazy on tweets. They don't want it because I come to defeat. They don't want it. I peep, these niggas all sweet. Bamboo sticks all in the Jeep. It's a new weirdo every week. Get the work, put it up for my seeds. No care for the IG, just no care. Anything for club. They do anything for club. Do anything for club. They do anything for club. Do anything for club. They do anything for club. Do anything for club.
A lot of people need to hear this. It's a lot of names on my hit list. Still say what he wants to. Still wet like a big. I should run a whole blog at this rate. They using my name for clickbait. Even wanna start fake beef. Just a low beef in the mixtape. They know I'm the bomb. They taking me off. Say anything to get a response. I know that mean they traffic is slow. Somebody just gotta practice along. So she being tamed. I'd rather be wild. This is bandit. They wanna be down. Soon as got something to sell, they say my name. Destiny Child. Everybody wanna be lit. Everybody wanna be rich. Everybody wanna be this. They fuss you out. Hate me. Bring my problems. Suck my all of that talking. I'm calling it out. Calling good business from private accounts.
Hey guys, what's up? So we are gonna pick off right where we left off at. Let me just make sure that I got the slideshow going. Hold on. I got slideshows for you guys, of course. Let me just make sure we got everything. One more slideshow. Listen, I was on time. I had prepped early. 1, 2. And then I got this 3. Yeah. All right. So we're going to continue on with Power, the original series. Because let me tell you, I told you, I started watching it by accident. Couldn't stop. And I was like, yo, I'm going to review it. I wasn't here with you guys. And let's not act like there's not a lot of stuff for us to talk about. So it starts off Liliana, and y'all know Liliana. She is our girl from Force, because this is the beginning of her. She got caught up in, they told her to close down shop, and somebody came after her, the girl with the pink sneakers. And let me turn my phone on mute, because I'm giving y'all all my time. It's just me and you guys. No interruptions. Anything could be going on. I got my kid in the house. That's all I could care about. If my kid wasn't in the house, then my phone could be on. All right, I'll just turn it down. Everything down. Because I can't find it. All right. So yeah, Liliana, the girl attacks her, but she didn't take her out completely. She slices her all in her face. So now it starts off. She calls Julio. And she's like, yo. Hold on. Let me make sure I start off right there where I left at. Damn, how many notes did I take? Oh, shoot. All right. Hold on. Damn. All right, I'm gonna start right here. Whatever. I don't care. I know what's going on from right here. Hey, what's up? Sweet Daddy got you. How you doing? Hey, M Mac. He said Big East Brooklyn. Shout out to East New York. Amina made sure to come back and admit that I was wrong about Tasha's age when she had the twins. I mean, we wasn't going to do that over there. You said that in the comments. We know what it was. Tasha had them at an older age. The original. So what happened was MMAC heard that the original was supposed to be, Tasha was supposed to be an older person, but because Courtney Kemp loved Tasha, the actress that plays Tasha so much, she was like, all right, we're gonna make her younger. So the kids that they hired, they was like, I'm gonna toss them aside because the kids have to be younger. Now we got to recast the kids. And I guess a lot of people was like, oh nah, but we already got the kids and they grown. And it was like, nah, we're not gonna make Tasha fast at 15. That's not the type of person that I'm telling the story about. Because if y'all know, I think somebody told me Tasha went to school for like accounting or something. That's the lady he got. All right. So we got Liliana. She's cut up in the elevator. She calls Julio. And she's like, yo, I forgot what code they use. I had it in my notes, but she said she had a code. And Julio comes, picks her up, takes her to the hospital. There go Julio, taking her to the hospital. She didn't call the cops or nothing. So Julio calls 911 and was like, my girlfriend was mugged. And there go Tommy telling Ghost about the situation. Matter of fact, they had got one of the guys, from what. All right. So the thing that happened with Liliana, one of the guys got caught. So the girl was with a guy and the guy got caught. So Tommy's like, listen, we got to chop him up. And then Tommy asked Sean, which is Ghost's driver, who's young, to stay. He was like, I want him to learn the game. But meanwhile, Ghost was trying to coddle him. And Tommy looked at Ghost and he was like, he got to drive you? He can't learn the game? And Sean, who want to step up, he was like, I can learn. And Ghost realized that, you know what, I'm being overprotective and I'm looking soft and weak. So he tells them, yo, go ahead, meet up with me later. You stay with Tommy. And Tommy was like, I just need to make sure that you got the stomach that when stuff gets hard, you know how to stand your ground. So we got to chop this body and don't close your eyes and watch. Tommy. And it's funny because right after the chopping scene, they cut to Tasha chopping the meat. Let me see if because the mother, here it is right here. So now the mother's sitting there and she's like, yo, you need to be watching your man. I told you, the mother every second is on Tasha. Tasha was fine and Tasha was secure until her mother starts talking to her. She's like, you need to watch your man. And she was like, I watch my man. He's good. She was like, well, if you watch your man so close, why did he feel a need to open a club so damn bad? She was like, you know how many type of models and women are there? And in my head, I'm like, it even had nothing to do with that. But he did keep that piece of his life shut off to Tasha. I guess the emotional, the vulnerable side, the part that just wants his daddy to see him doing well. But the mother is like, he gonna be looking at all them other women and the models and stuff who hang around in the club. And she was like, Ghost don't want that. He got this thickness right here. And the mother said, well, I had that too. So Tasha was like, well, I pay your bills. And the mother was like, you don't pay my bills. Ghost pay your bills. And if something happens to Ghost, or if Ghost leave you for another female, you ain't gonna get no money. And you can't get money on money the government don't know about. She scares the hell out of Tasha with that. You ain't getting alimony, girl. And with that, Tasha starts getting nervous. That's why I said she just taught her how to be on point. DeMarcus said Tommy wanted to unalive Liliana. We didn't get there yet. He jumping ahead. This is the mama. And Tasha is in deep thought now that the mama left. And here you got Angela at the table doing some work. And here we go. We haven't seen her. Let's applaud. Pies. The introduction to Pie starts right here. Look at her. She always look like she got a sourpuss face. Like, this girl is never happy. Pies be on one. You want to know something funny though? They remind me of Cardi B and her sister Hennessy. I don't know why. Just like a slight resemblance. Oh, Estelle Green, the actress. Yes. She said Estelle Green, that's the mother, Tasha's mother, was feeling a certain way because her husband cheated on Estelle Green. And so she checked Tasha with the quickness. I know. I ain't say I love Paz, but you know, all the characters in here got something going on. So Paz is telling Angela, like, did you have a man? Do you have a man? Because you alone. She's talking about other stuff and money. This is what we find out that I was about to call her J-Lo. Yo, she remind me of everybody because she remind me of like from the Bronx, the way she talk. I hear Bronx when Angela talks. She's paying tuition for her nephew, which is Paz's son. She's handling all the bills in the family because they're saying that the father is also in a nursing home and that he needs to be in a better nursing home. And like, damn, Paz, how much bills you want Angela to pay? Yeah, well, she got a good job, but goddamn. So Paz is telling her, don't be alone. And she was dating this guy named Knox. Knox is into her, but Angela is not into Knox at all. Like, you could tell. She's just like... And Paz is like, listen, you still with that little girl fantasy? Because she's like, I want to be in love. And Paz is like, you don't have to be in love. You need somebody to take care of you. You need somebody here. It's better off if you can control somebody. Stop thinking about it like that. Meanwhile, I don't know if Paz even had a man. So here goes Sean watching Tommy cut that body, trying to be all calm and stuff. Because, you know, Tommy keep calling him every bit of a punk. James St. Patrick's is trying to make a good impression at the club. He's running into this girl who knows a lot of people, have high clientele. And she's like, listen, I want to know if your spot can handle my crowd. We like a lot of stuff. We a little bougie. And if you do good by us, we'll do good by you. So we want to take a run by your club. Your club can be very successful if we like it, because I have a lot of clientele that I throw parties for. So they throw a party for a magazine to see how it's gonna run. And Ghost is like, I like the way he stepped up to the table. She was like, I know you don't know our magazine. He was like, listen, I'm making my business to know everything that I need to know about you. So yes, I do know. And she's impressed. Ghost is very impressive. I'm not even gonna lie. He's impressive. He used that hustler's mindset from the street to the business mindset to even the boardrooms. Who does that? 50 Cent. Yo, it'd be weird if 50 Cent was a big ass smuggler, right? Talking about, yeah, I do TV. Meanwhile, he's sitting there transporting a whole bunch of shit. You never know. The industry is very crooked. Tommy and his infatuation for redheads. Because Ghost is like, yo, you still infatuated with a redhead? Anyway, she's asking him to bring drinks to him in VIP. And she's like, listen, I can't go to VIP. And he's like, why not? She was like, because he tells her he's the boss. She was like, I ain't never seen you before. And he's like, well, I need you to bring me a drink in VIP. Sir, I can't bring you a drink to VIP. But that's her testing him to see, like, do you have that pull? You the owner? And he looks at her and he's like, do you want to work VIP? And she looked at him. She don't say nothing because she don't want to sound eager. She's just like, and she walks off. And of course, Tommy likes that. He likes anything with an attitude that he just can't have right away. I mean, all men love that, don't they? They like a challenge. Men like to hunt. Don't make it easy for them. So now so he's at the club working, meeting his clientele and stuff. And Tasha, taking heed of what her mother said, she's sitting there trying to make herself look perfect. She heard that Ghost just walked in because she was dozing off. Y'all ever know that how you get all dressed up and stuff? Guys, we do this sometimes. We want to look all pretty. However, y'all come in so super late. So everybody comes in late. Ghost is not even there, but she's trying to be perfect in her nightgown, looking like she fell asleep. But she got a face full of makeup. Her hair is perfect, and she's laying there waiting for Ghost to come in because she want to put it on him. Ghost turns the door, and he was like, and he goes to the door across the hall, which is his office instead. And now she's sitting there like, what the hell just happened? Because she realized she can't grasp his attention lately. And now he's in there. He's doing his research. Because the manager at the club has told him, if you want your club to be successful, this guy is the guy you need to know. And now Angela is at work. Introduction. Sax. Aw, Sax was amazing. He was the character we hated, by the way. We still hate him. But he was a good antagonist. So Sax is there. And Angela is supposed to be the lead of this group. She's supposed to be leading this task force. But Sax is like, I want the attention. The bosses and everything are sitting in on the meeting. They're coming in for the meeting. And, oh, well, this is what happened. I'm going to tell you right now. So the bosses are in for the meeting, and Sax decides to show out. And he's like, listen, we got a warrant. We tapped one of Ruiz's guys on the phone. And she was like, the judge is not going to let you do that. Mind you, this is her team. She's supposed to be leading it, and her bosses are there. And he was like, oh, it's already being done right now. Knox is setting it up. Now, mind you, Knox is the guy she is screwing. So if anybody needs to know stuff, it should be Angela. But she couldn't reach him yesterday because Knox does everything Angela wants her to do. And for some reason, she could not reach him yesterday. At the pause, had that conversation. She was like, well, let me call Knox. But you should have heard the voicemail she called Knox with. She was like, if you want to come over, I'm here. Knox ain't return her phone call. And she's like, what the hell is Knox doing? And then Knox didn't even call her today. So she's like, so at the meeting, Sax is like, oh yeah, I sent Knox to do something. And she's like, this motherfucker, he's getting some good punani from me. And he didn't even tell me what the hell is going on. So I know her pussy must felt like garbage at that moment. Because how you lay up in me and don't tell me what's going on? So she's pissed. And the bosses they see that she's not in control of the situation. They walk the hell out. And Sax is there looking like the star of the show. So Tasha comes up to Ghost and she's trying to figure out what is going on. And, he's like, nah, nothing. Everything is fine. Oh, but then she was like, but I know that look. I don't think he tells her right there because he eventually tells her. Oh, no, he does. He talks to her a little bit. He tells her like something's going on. And she was like, well, did y'all catch the person? And he was like, yeah, the person, the person got caught because they talking code no matter where they at, even in the house. So she was like, well, did the person get caught? Did y'all take the person out? And he's like, yeah. And she was like, well, what about the bodies? Is there Is the body still around? She's gonna ask that later on because he's gonna be frustrated. They're gonna talk about it at dinner, actually. So she's happy, smiling because she just got her man back. So now Sean is looking at her. Remember, she's like trying to slowly seduce Sean a little bit when she gets jealous of a Ghost. But now she had a decent night because Ghost finally talked to her. She's like with the apple. And Sean walks over to her and he's like, you wanted me to see that on purpose that night, didn't you? Because Tasha started playing with herself in the back seat and Sean was driving her. And she was looking all in the mirror like, hold on. I mean, I don't know what to put on her thing, but that was horrible. Tasha, don't date down like that because then it makes it look worse. How is your man the boss and then you going to date the driver? Nothing's wrong against drivers, but I'm just saying, if your man is the boss, you're going to date the driver. Like, if he decides to kick you the hell out, where you gonna go? Because that's his salary right there. This boy, I don't even know if he's been to school. So now Tasha is like, because he was like, I know you saw me that night. You wanted me to see you, didn't you? Hold on. Sorry, y'all. I got a message that was held for review real quick. Oh, a moderator handled it, I guess. I don't know how to do this mess. I don't know. MMAC, retype it, but I guess clean it up a little bit because you typed something in the comments and I guess I couldn't get to it and play it. So just refix it. You see, and I don't understand how you get to type this mess, DeMarcus, but MMAC couldn't put whatever he wanted to say in. So anyway, what was I saying? So yeah, so now Tasha is like, because Ghost is like almost in earshot. She was like, excuse me? I don't know what you're talking about. And she goes right to Ghost because now she got an attitude because her and Ghost is good. And she's going to touch on Ghost and stuff like that. So now here go Greg Knox in the car. And he did the wire situation. Everybody backdoored Angela. Angela was looking stupid. So now she's on the phone like, why the hell didn't you tell me that you guys was plotting behind my back? I'm supposed to be your boss. He was like, first of all, you don't want nobody to know we sleeping with each other. And she's like, well, that's true. And she was like, because everybody will be cool with you and they'll look at me like trash. And he was like, all right, so if I tell you everything that's going on, then they're going to think that I'm sleeping with you. She was like, she still ain't like it though. But he gave her some information, or he's going to give some information. And Max says, oh, I got a sense that Angela was only sleeping with Greg to move up the office ranks. No, they only had sex after she gave us some information. Yes. I'm about to get to that in 2 seconds because it does come up. So she's got a headache. She's pissed off. And he's going to give her the information later. All right. So that's it for that part of it. Angela got a big ass smile. So I already know this is where she runs in. Okay. Angela's fast ass. So what happened was James St. Patrick, Ghost, had to change his phone number and he had a burner phone. So Angela went to call James and she couldn't get in contact with him. So she, in her FBI database, typing up his information, found out the club address and stuff like that. Maybe she forgot where it was at or stuff like that. But she pops up to the club. Hi, Jamie. Thirst, you need a glass? Nah, they both after each other. But yeah, she went the hell up there. And he's like, oh, wow. Do they leave to go out for? Okay, so they start just hanging out. He's showing her the club. He gave her a tour. He's in the DJ booth. He plays her song Real Love by Mary J. Blige. So I was like, look at Mary J. Blige in the Power universe before she was in the Power universe. So that was her favorite song. And I guess right there they're talking about the father being proud of her. Tommy playing games with Tyreek, and then Ghost walks in and they talking. They talking about Liliana right now. They was like, yo, there's a girl around right now. And Tommy was like, well, she probably ain't make it. And Ghost was like, probably ain't make it. But everything else is shut down for a minute. We got to get to the bottom of this. It is what it is. Now, they send this guy in to go check on Liliana. He's going to give her the message like, no. Sorry. This is another carrier. Pink sneakers is on him. She comes out of nowhere because she's following this dude. She knows his route. So she's following this dude. And he starts booking. Your girl is out of here. She's fast, right? He hides out in the back and she's running forward. So he gets away. But she is definitely chasing him this whole goddamn episode. M Max says, Ghost remember his childhood sweetheart's favorite song, but forgot his wife's birthday. That didn't happen yet. I'm not even up to that. Like, that didn't happen this episode. Look, I don't remember what episodes everything happened in. So when I'm seeing it again, it's like almost the first time. But that's crazy because he entered a new one. So he know Tasha got an attitude and everything else. So he's like, let me take Tasha out, calm her down. And it works. All Tasha wants is his attention. And he's trying to figure out why the hell is Tasha so goddamn salty. So Tasha looks at him and she's like, you've been too busy. And he's like, I've been working and stuff like that. She was like, you didn't even give me your new phone number. And with that, he was like, damn, I'm slipping. And he was like, I'm sorry. And he gives her the new phone number. And he was like, now you have it. You'll be able to contact me. So then they talk about the case. Oh, mind you, before that, he invited Angie to come to the club that night, by the way. So he's supposed to meet up with Angie at the fucking club. Keep this in mind. So he's on a date with Tasha. Y'all dudes is dirty. Dirty D, yo. Anyway. Because I'm thinking he definitely gonna wax that ass from Tasha. And then he looking for Angie right after. So she's happy she's getting attention from Ghost because she missed it. And Ghost comes in and he's like, he apologizes and then they start talking strategy. He was like, well, what would you do in this situation? I got a girl running around here. Not a girl. They don't know who it is right now. Hey, how you doing? So yeah, they don't know who is around. They don't know who's sabotaging their whole project. And she was like, well, I would send a message. She was like, do you got those body parts pretty much? And he's like, yeah. He was like, well, it's something we used to do back in the day. So they take a piece of all the body parts and they put them in front of everybody. Like, yo, we done chopped everybody up. And they start placing a leg here, a leg there the next day. So Angela, she about to get ready for her date. Stop, you're going to stop insulting Tasha. DeMarcus says Tasha don't have that WAP. You're going to stop insulting Tasha. Angela trying to figure out what she going to wear for that night. And she puts out a dress, right? She's looking at pictures between her and Jamie and the diary and stuff like that. Jamie is a shady ass dude because Angela don't even know he's married. So I can't even be mad at Angela at this point. I really can't. There's no reason to be mad at Angie. Tasha is finally happy because her man is paying attention. Now you see that body language? He's giving her the undivided attention. He don't drink. She's definitely feeling nice with her wine. They're very strategic the way they do certain things. So she's waiting there trying to figure out she's going on. Knox comes to the house. So Knox and Mac, yes. Knox come to the house. And Knox was like, yes, I did do that thing for Saks that they want us to do behind the back, but he don't know what I got. He was like, the guy was Noman. Noman has been texting his boss's little daughter. And when I say little daughter, young ass daughter, like he should be locked up. Age daughter. And she was like, word? Angela's fast ass was so happy he gave her that information. She said, I'm fucking. She was like, I'm gonna sleep with you all night. She riding that thing. But I'm gonna get deeper because I was watching. Yes, the little girl's name is Isabella Ruiz. So she's like, all right, let me give him something because he done gave me something. I said, we effing for info. You don't even need money. You just need good information for Angie, and she on it. And now Tasha gassed up, and Ghost is like feeling decent, you know, because Ghost has two sides to him. There's a Ghost and there's a Jamie. So when I say Ghost, we talking about Tasha. When I say Jamie, we're talking about Angela. All right. So that's what we're gonna do from now on. We're gonna switch it up. So Ghost about to tear that thing down. Okay, well, I'm not gonna get in trouble. So Ghost is tearing the thing down. Angela, I think she was thinking about Ghost. I'm gonna cut it real quick, but I think she was thinking about Ghost. You know why? Because at some point she was like, give it to me harder. And Knox couldn't give it hard. But then they show Jamie, and he was pounding Tasha to pieces. So James is like, I gotta go. Ghost is like, I gotta go. Right after he smashed Tasha. I don't know, something about his eyes, it left. It's like he went right to thinking about Angela. I think while he was having sex with Tasha, he started thinking about Angela. And Angela probably was fantasizing about Ghost. So now Ghost is at the club because he's not gonna miss that for the world. He got a big party coming. He said Greg was like, are you sure? When she's like, go harder. He was like, this is hard. Yo, you should have saw his face. He was like, what the fuck you want me to do? Break it? All right, so they at the club. They chilling. The club is popping. Ghost is happy. He's looking around for Angela. She's not there. They told him take pictures. So he was just about to get his moment because the manager was like, you want to take pictures because you want people to know who you are. You are that man. And you want people to start asking questions, right? So he about to get in the picture for 2 seconds, you know. And Tommy's like, I need to speak to Ghost. Okay, so you know, Tommy calls him Ghost too. He don't call him Ghost, but he's Ghost when Tommy's talking to him. So Tommy's like, I need to speak to you. And they're like, oh, but wait, sir, he's taking a picture with us. No, I need to speak to. He want to hear what I got to say. And it was just so urgent. I'm like, what the hell Tommy got to say to him? Tommy's like, are you dumb? We're not taking pictures. You want people to see you that we done took out. You want people to see you that we done did business and start naming names or asking questions. And, oh, I saw this dude before. Sorry, y'all. My dog is having nightmares. Pick up in the back. He's like, don't take no damn pictures. Are you stupid? He's looking like, you see his face? My dreams, everything right here. What you mean? And now you got disappointed ass Angie looking sad. Now she's all disappointed because She was supposed to go to the club, and she got this dude laying right there, holding her tight. You see how he's holding her tight? It's like, Angie, you ain't going nowhere. Like, how's she gonna dip out now all of a sudden talking about I'm going to the club? She looks salty as shit. And then she look at her dress. Yo, okay, so I didn't even notice that. She bought a brand new dress for that for the evening just to go out with Jamie. That's why they showed us, and they showed us the tag. Like, your girl made effort. That's where she really want to be. So this is her the next morning. Next morning, she come in hot. She goes to Norman, and they trying to crack her, and Sax is in there with her, and whatever is going on, it ain't working. And Angie said, because she let him crack. And then she was like, these are her bosses standing right there too. She said, let me go in there. Your girl goes in there, ruthless. You see how he's doing? He's all pinching his little nipples and stuff. Oh, mommy. This is what he does. He's sizing her up. He's laughing. He got smoke for days. Ha, ha, ha. He thinks it's funny because Angela walked in there. She's like, listen here, you little shit. And she thought, you see, she got his attention. She mentioned Ruiz's daughter. He's like, huh? All right. And then she's like, listen, look at this picture. She claims that it's Ruiz's daughter. It's really not, but she claimed that was on her phone. And he's scared. And she's like, no, you're lying. And she was like, well, who Ruiz gonna believe? He's signing that damn confession. Boop, 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 boop. And she looked. She was like, boop. She called them a couple of names in Spanish. She's aggressive. I told him, like, you sure she's not from the Bronx? They got her. Her personality is from the Bronx. I'm telling you. Her aggressive. You fucking so. And then she acts professional. Like nobody know what the hell she said. Yes. She's from the Bronx. I don't care what nobody say. Meanwhile, on the streets, the bodies is being delivered. Right in that box is like a foot or a leg. And yo, I noticed that Rock and James or Ghost do the same thing. This is where fucking Ghost probably got it from. They make sure when bodies are being dropped. Okay, Karen Bassett. That says DeMarcus. They make sure when bodies are being dropped, he's like in plain sight of everybody and he's getting a haircut like Rock. When she's sending people to do a dirty work, like taking out a whole neighborhood, she goes in for a nail and hair appointment. He goes and he gets his face cut. He's at the barbershop getting a long shape up while bodies are being delivered. And then Ruiz, he's sitting there because he was just boning some chick. Oh, everybody be boning in power. He goes to the fire escape and it's like, I don't want YouTube. There's a head there. He's like, fuck. Okay. Like, annoying. Oh, we gotta hold on. Thank you, Troy.
My money don't jiggle, jiggle. It folds. I like to see you wiggle, wiggle. For sure.
Money, green, green, money's all I need. Money,
Thank you so much, Troy. He says, just for you. Later. Thank you. I appreciate it. All right. So now we got Liliana, who just woke up from the bed and her face is sliced. Tommy and Ghost was talking about this. Tommy's like, yo, take her out because she's a woman. And women get upset like a year from now when she realizes she's not pretty anymore. She's going to see that scar and she's going to hate us. And then one day she may tell the cops on us. Not to mention, they was like, because So Ghost and Tommy, they're very smart. They have the street set up with only recognizable people that are unrecognizable, everyday people. He don't have gangs. He don't have street thugs. He don't have none of that dealing his drugs. He only has nice, clean people that blend in to everywhere and everything. So now that she has a scar across her face, like if you see her, you'll be like, oh, the girl with the scar on the face. You understand? You can't have something very distinguished about you that you stand out in every day. They're like, no, you can't work here no more. So not only does she got her face sliced open, they was like, listen, Julio's like, you did go work, but you can't, you gotta go. He said, yeah. So Angie is jonesing on the phone. That means she's talking to Jamie. Meanwhile, she's talking to Jamie, and Jamie's like, yo, let's meet up. No, Angie's like, let me make it up to you because I didn't come to the club last night. So they're going to meet up for lunch. Tasha can't get a hold of James. Tasha can't get a hold of Ghost because James is busy. So she's calling Sean, and she's like, yo, Sean, is he okay? And he's like, yeah, she's fine. Yes, he's fine. I'm watching James right now. I'm watching Ghost right now. Ghost is fine. And she's like, oh, all right. She was like, I was worried because he didn't pick up the phone. Don't tell him I called. Meanwhile, Sean is looking at him with another woman. Like, this is so awkward and weird for everybody. For Tasha on the phone. Yeah. She bought him a hot dog, and then they went to the museum together. They went on a nice little date. I ain't even gonna lie. In the middle of the afternoon. Tommy, he's just so messy. Tommy's always messy. What is he doing? Oh, he's up in the club taking the money. And they're like, you're not gonna do a count? No, I count it later. Let me give me your slip. Your slip is good. And he's looking at Tommy like, what the hell are you doing? And Tommy scares the hell out of him. Let's be honest. But he knows that when Tommy's around, Tommy's just so unorthodox and unprofessional. He know he's being shady. So while Angela was getting her rocks off with Jamie, I got it right this time, at the museum, the boys was calling her because they was trying to invite her to the boys' party because she did so well on that interview. And Tasha was nowhere to be found. So she tells her, like, listen, you can't have babies. You can't have a relationship. That's how you get to the top. The guys, they can do whatever they want. They can have a wife at home that cook and clean and stuff for them. But for you a woman. We can't do that. We don't have that luxury. You got to be on top of it. You missed that phone call. You had a meeting to be in that boys' club. Tasha at the club and she's tired of being ignored. So she wants to go flirt with Sean because James ain't paying her attention again no more. Hold on. Then we see pink sneakers. She was coming. So she's coming after that courier that she been following all episode long. She was like just 2 seconds away from him, and she get a text from private call. It says, go back to Miami. The job's over for now. Save this dude's life. She's like, all right. And she just walks off. And he notices the goddamn sneakers. I don't know why this girl don't change her sneakers. Remember I told you about that distinguishing mark that people got? How's this the sneakers? We don't know nothing about this girl. Well, we never see her face anyway. Sneakers. And he's like, yo, goddamn sneakers. Because she wearing all black, bright ass sneakers for no reason. Liliana looking at her horrible, terrible face. And James goes and Ghost goes and he hugs and holds his daughter. And at the end, there's the chain that he bought one for him and one for Angela at the museum. And your girl could have almost swallowed it or got hurt because it's in the crib. I think that was a foreshadow of this family. Is every time he hangs out with Angela is jeopardizing his family. Ooh, remember she almost died? Maybe it's, well, that was so many seasons later. But anyway, Tommy checks because Julio let the girl go, and Tommy asked about the girl. He was like, "Did you clip her?" And he was like, "No, y'all didn't tell me to clip her. Y'all told me just to take her out." Now Tasha had told him earlier when he was telling him to drop the bot. When she told him to drop all the bodies and the pieces off to everybody, Tasha also said, "If you take care of that girl, show her love, and put her like on the team and have her really like working for y'all guys, she will be loyal to you forever." And yo, wouldn't you effing know it?
Nobody got time for that.
Sorry. That's exactly what she did. How was the dolphin a gift for Yaz? That don't make, they bought it. They both bought it. He bought one for her. He bought one for him and one for Angela. Don't be confusing us over here. Anyway, Angela told her, Tasha reads women, and she reads women very well. Tasha told him, yo, if you take care of this girl, she will be loyal to you for life. And instead, they cut her off. Because I'd have felt like a slap in the face, too. You tell me I can't work for you. I took this scar for you. I went to the hospital for you. And now I don't have no money. Then she'll be salty. But if y'all would have took care of her, gave her money or put her inside, she would have been loyal. She would have been loyal. But Tommy, they nasty. They are nasty. So Tommy want her taken out. And that is where we left off at. The dolphin in the crib. That was a bad sign. Anyway, what did y'all think? Anybody got comments before we get ready and cut out of here? And I don't know why M Mac just can't talk straight because he's not saying anything crazy. Oh, you know what, M Mac? Let me see. I think if I make him a what's that thing? A moderator. It wouldn't do that. I got to figure out how to do that. I don't know how I'm going to do it. Let me see. I don't even know how to do it. All right. So I'll probably do it later, or I think I got to do it on my cell phone, and my cell phone died. So anyway, it is your girl, Amina. Seen it. Nobody got nothing. Nobody. Going once, going twice. All right. So we're going to get out of here. I'll be back later. And by later, like, I think I'm going to up the time to 8 o'clock. I had something I'm talking about, like the 50 Cent drama. It's supposed to be 8:30, but since I finished early, I might do it to 8. Anyway, guys, love you and thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for hanging out with me. And again, thank you so much, Troy, for the super sticker. M Max said, I think this incident with the dolphin is what makes Ghost admit to Angela that he's married with kids. Yo, I totally don't remember. Like, I don't remember every single detail. Like, now that, like, when I replay it, I was like, oh, yeah, this happened. DeMarcus said, it's cool when Tommy wanted to take out Liliana. However, Claudia take Liliana out. It's a problem. He bonded with Liliana then. Liliana definitely tried to take Tommy out though, and Tommy deserved that mess. Yo, Liliana was done wrong. Done wrong. She's a good actress too. Anyway, guys, I love you. I had so much fun. Let me take this out. Yeah, I had so much fun. I'll be back in about a few minutes, talk about toxics. Anyway, it's your girl, Menace. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe button, and if you catch me on a replay, say hey.
Does that mean he's guilty?
I told you. I knew your dad for a long time. He did that shit. You're guilty as fuck.